Good evening, everybody. For almost 30 years, Justice Antonin Nino Scalia was a larger-than-life president on the bench. A brilliant legal mind with an energetic style, incisive wit, and colorful opinions. He influenced a generation of judges, lawyers, and students, and profoundly shaped the legal landscape. He will no doubt be remembered as one of the most consequential judges and thinkers to serve on the Supreme Court. Justice Scalia dedicated his life to the cornerstone of our democracy, the rule of law. Tonight, we honor his extraordinary service to our nation and remember one of the towering legal figures of our time. Antonin Scalia was born in Trenton, New Jersey, to an Italian immigrant family. After graduating from Georgetown University and Harvard Law School, he worked at a law firm and taught law before entering a life of public service. He rose from Assistant Attorney General for the Office of Legal Counsel to the judge on the D.C. Circuit Court to Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. A devout Catholic, he was a proud father of 9 children and grandfather to many loving grandchildren. Justice Scalia was both an avid hunter and an opera lover, a passion for music that he shared with his dear colleague and friend, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Michelle and I were proud to welcome him to the White House, including in 2012 for a state dinner for Prime Minister David Cameron. And tonight, we join his fellow justices in mourning this remarkable man. Obviously, today is a time to remember Justice Scalia's legacy. I plan to fulfill my constitutional responsibilities to nominate a successor in due time. There will be plenty of time for me to do so and for the Senate to fulfill its responsibility to give that person a fair hearing and a timely vote. These are responsibilities that I take seriously, as should everyone. They're bigger than any one party. They are about our democracy. They're about the institution to which Justice Scalia dedicated his professional life and making sure it continues to function as the beacon of justice that our founders envisioned. But at this moment, we most of all want to think about his family. And Michelle and I join the nation in sending our deepest sympathies to Justice Scalia's wife, Maureen, and their loving family, a beautiful symbol of a life well lived. We thank them for sharing Justice Scalia with our country.
Now, we have to go down the list and play some of the sound that nobody got for us. So I have such great callers today. Sourpuss Krauthammer again attacked Trump because he's jealous of him. The fact is, you know that. Krauthammer once attacked me out of jealousy. He knows I'm a better man than him with a more loyal audience. He knows that. So who does he attack now? The so-called conservative genius, the so-called intellectual genius, Krauthammer. Listen to this post-debate comment by the saddest, most sour man in the history of the media on clip 17.
The real story is the collapse of Trump in this debate. The fact is
the collapse of sauerkraut.
And when you think about it, when he's free form, when he's uninterrupted, when he can do the flight of ideas, when he can go on his own and ramble, he's entertaining, he's sharp, and he's actually amusing.
He's
but
10
here,
times
when he
smarter
was
than you are.
And in a tight setting, he was lost for most of the debate.
All right,
I think
you get the picture. Why don't you have the guts, the big guts there to say the same thing about Obama, Krauthammer? Your big mouth when it comes to Trump. Why don't you say the same thing about Obama, you big shot, you phony, you? I'm the only one who'll take you on. Everyone's afraid to say a word about you for obvious reasons. Well, I'm not. I'm sick of this entire pack of jackals at Fox News. They are the CNN of today, by the way. I said this a while ago. You know, many of you are wondering why I was banned from Fox. This is not a personal thing to me. I could care less. I've survived without them. They've survived without me. We don't need each other. That's obvious. But I want to tell you something. I've asked myself for years, why am I banished from Fox News? There was a time I used to be, they would run after me. because I brought them a huge audience, a tremendous spike in ratings. Why have I been banned from Fox News, I ask myself. Well, you don't have to go any farther than what you saw last night. I don't fit the agenda. I don't fit the agenda of whatever they're pushing here. And they're not pushing conservatism. That we know. It's the opposite of it. So they have become, today, there's been a movement in the media, in the media altogether. Fox today is CNN of 5 years ago. CNN today is MSNBC of 5 years ago. And MSNBC today is the CPUSA of today. I'll be right back.